From the Supervisor main menu, you can access your employees' premium pay requests. Just like leave requests, all supervisors will need to process overtime or premium pay requests on a daily basis. Click on the premium pay link where you will find a list of pending overtime requests such as comp time, overtime scheduled, and overtime unscheduled. Overtime is anything worked outside or anything that exceeds the employee's tour of duty. The blue bar defaults to pending, and the date range starts 3 pay periods prior. I highly recommend narrowing down your search to the current pay period, which is currently December 10th through December 23rd. Also, if you are a backup supervisor, you may see overtime requests for those TL units that you were assigned as a backup. To narrow down your search to solely your primary employees, I highly recommend using the supervisor search box. I like to use copy and paste to prevent errors. Then click search. So there wasn't much of a change, and that's because these 3 employees are my employees, primary employees, and their overtime requests fall within the date range that I have selected. I can choose to review these overtime requests individually or look at them on a roll as a group. To do so, check the box next to status, which selects all overtime requests listed, and then click Review Selected. Over to the right, you will see there are 1 of 3 overtime requests to be reviewed. Premium pay requests are submitted by the timekeeper. The timekeeper must select the pay type and enter the date and time frame for the overtime worked. The timekeeper must also provide a justification to process the overtime request. Down below, there is an activity log where you can also see where previously the supervisor had approved the leave request and reverted it to pending for a potential change. If the supervisor is now happy with the information above and sees no errors, go ahead and click Approve. You will get the blue banner stating the premium pay request was successfully updated. However, it has not been posted to the employee's timesheet. The reason is it is only in a supervisor approved status, and now it awaits the TL approval, which is the second line of approval. Upon the second line of approval, the overtime will then flow automatically to the employee's timesheet. Now, let's look at the next overtime request by clicking the blue button. This next employee has worked overtime unscheduled. Overtime unscheduled is any overtime worked after the start of the administrative week. And overtime unscheduled may not allow payment of night differential between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. However, for this actual premium pay request, this employee is nowhere near 6 p.m. So no night differential will be in this overtime request. If everything looks good, go ahead and click Approve. Again, the premium pay request was successfully updated, and it is in a supervisor approved status, still awaiting the second line of approval from the TL approver, which it will then flow automatically to the employee's timesheet. Click the Next button to see the third overtime request. This is the same employee, however, there is a difference in the premium pay type that was selected. The timekeeper input overtime schedule and notice the time of work from 3:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Overtime scheduled is any overtime scheduled prior to the start of the administrative work week, and it will pay the employee's night differential between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. So according to this premium pay request, this employee will be entitled to 1 hour of 1 hour of night differential from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Notice that the timekeeper also added the justification of shift coverage for 3.5 hours. Go to the bottom and click Approve. Again, the blue banner stating that the premium pay was successfully updated and it is in a supervisor approved status, awaiting the approval of the TL approver to flow automatically to the timesheet. To go back, you can go back via the premium pay request breadcrumb, and this completes the daily review of premium pay requests within VATAS via the Supervisor main menu.